Okay.
See, EWM is a module, Extended Warehouse Management, which got introduced in 2005 by SAP with collaboration of Caterpillar and Ford. So it is a just extended version of WM management module. It's not a replacement of WM. It's just a new module with a new concepts and process-wise. They designed with a new business process. So actually, before from the section, I would like to know some basic their experience that discussing today. I plan to use some small demo on SAP EWM module, which is nothing but extended warehouse management, which is got introduced in 2005 by SAP with collaboration of Caterpillar and Ford. So mainly, before going to the EWM section, I would like to tell you what are the main difference between the inventory management and WM management and EWM management. As of now, we have inventory management and WM management. With respect to these two modules, why SAP came up with new module like SAP EWM. So I would like to give some small overview section on inventory management and WM management. Then we will go into EWM management. See, as you know, inventory management is just a management tool which is going to cover the levels up to plant. Means in the warehouse to the picker, it's very difficult to locate the exact location of the product. See, means inventory management is not going to provide the visualization of the product exactly in the warehouse. Coming to the hierarchy structure of the inventory management, here we can see the hierarchy is going to start with company code, plant, storage location. Means here inventory management is going to cover up to storage location. Under storage locations, we will have n number of products like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's be difficult to the picker to observe and to evaluate the exact location of the product within the inventory management. So to avoid this confusion to the picker, SAP came up with a new module called SAP WM. Here SAP WM is going to narrow down the levels of the warehouse or the steps of the warehouse to identify and to evaluate the exact location of the product within the warehouse. Means coming to the hierarchy wise, here the hierarchy is going to start with company code and plant. Under plant we will have storage locations. Under storage location we will have warehouse. Under warehouse we will have storage type. Under storage type we will have storage sections. Under storage section we will have storage bins. And under storage bins we will have products. And it's end up with quant. Means here the SAP narrowed down the levels of the plant and storage location into 6 more levels to decrease the identification of the product. Means in the warehouse, while doing the put away and picking process, it's a bit easy to the picker or to the warehouse supervisor to observe exactly where is the item located, and while doing the put away picking process, from where he needs to do the put away process. Okay, so to differentiate this one, SAP came up with the W module. Means to narrow down the physical work strength of the worker, they come up with the SAP WM module. Now coming to EWM, what is the requirement of EWM and why it came into the picture? See, coming to the structure wise, there won't be any major difference between the MM and EWM module. Both will be in the same way. Means structure wise, it will start with company code, plant, storage location, warehouse, storage type, section, storage bin, product, and here the quant won't be there. Here we will call it the GUID, graphical user interface ID. It's nothing like the quant. GUID is something like technical, where we need to, if you want to capture exact transaction of the product, like any movement within the warehouse, like goods received, goods issue, internal movement, physical inventory, any replenishment, deconsolidation, any movement for the respective product, they are going to capture with this GUID. It will comes into under technical side. So for us, in this demo, we need to discuss about all these things. Okay. So graphical wise, this is the structure of inventory management and WM management and EWM management. Hope you guys clear on this. Okay. So as I told you, EWM got introduced in 2005 by SAP with collaboration of Caterpillar and Ford. After that, they came up with so many versions. Now they are running with the version of 9.0 and 9.1. which is very easy to integrate with other modules like transport management and event management, everything. And what is the main difference between the WM and EWM? See, structural wise both are same, and coming to the concepts wise, there is so much of differences there in the concepts wise. Okay, here I'm going to show you some basic difference between the WM and EWM. See, WM is a centralized system and coming to EWM is a decentralized system. What is centralized and what is decentralized? Centralized system means it is an add-on within the ERP system. See, basically we will do our SD, MM and these basic modules like FICO, everything we will do in ERP box system. So in the same ERP box we can add in WM module also. It's like an add-in within the ERP box. Okay, coming to EWM, this is a decentralized system, means this is a separate box called SCM, Supply Chain Management Box. So why they come up with a new separate box? Why? Because to improve the performance of the SAP system, to improve the quality, everything, they come up with a new system called SCM with a decentralized system. If you want, we can add the EWM into as an add-on into ERP system, but it's not advisable and it's not a best practice by the SAP. So better all the companies goes with the decentralized system only. Okay, coming to the concepts wise, there are so many different thoughts there. Before going to the concepts, I want to tell you some basic major difference between the MM and WM. See, in WM we have so many concepts like moment, warehouse moment, and like task and interviews, everything. See, basically, just I want to ask one question: how we are going to identify the movements within the warehouse, based on which thing we will observe? Basically, we will observe the movements in the warehouse based on the movement type. Means, suppose, for example, if I'm taking the movement type 101. So, based on the movement type 101, by seeing the movement type, the picker or the warehouse supervisor he can observe. So, it's the goods, it's the product, and the movement type is going to provide the information to the picker from where he need to pick the item and to where he need to place the item. It's going to provide the source and destination of the product. See, I will show you on this log and file. So let me show you. Here I want to show you what is the movement type and what information it's going to contain in our basic system. See, basically in the system we will define movement types based on the warehouse. So each warehouse number will have n number of movement types. So movement types based on our transactions, for transaction will take the appropriate movement type based on our things. So see here you can see n number of movements. For example, for this section I want to show you the movement type 101. Go to the details of the movement type. See, in the movement type is going to provide the information of the source and destination and interim. What is the interim storage thing we need to move it out? So here WM module is going to guide only the source and destination location, but it's not going to go in which path it needs to go. See, basically there will be so many, there will be n number of paths. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So here WM is going to provide the source and destination. It won't guide to the picker in which path it needs to go. But while coming to EWM, here we have one concept. This warehouse process type, this movement type is going to call as a warehouse process type. This warehouse process type is going to contain the same information as the source and destination. With this information also, this warehouse process type is going to provide the path to the picker, to which path you need to place the item to the destination. Means while doing the picking process, from which location you need to pick the item and to which location you need to move the item. In between, is he need to do anything like any repacking, any value-added services you need to apply, any deconsolidation you need to do, This information also our EWM warehouse step is going to provide information to the respective picker. Means it will narrow down the paperwork, everything. It will narrow down the physical paperwork, everything. It's going to provide the total information to the picker. What needs to be done in the respective warehouse with respect to this moment type. So this is the basic difference of the moment type and warehouse process type. And see, and one more thing, in WM we have one concept like transport orders, transport request confirmation. But this concept is waived up in EWM, and they came up with a new concept called warehouse task, warehouse request, warehouse order. So going forward in our class, we can discuss deeply about those things. So I will not go into those topics now. I want to tell you the basic difference of WM and VM now. See, mainnet storage location. This is lies in WM and EWM. Only there are some differences are there, but it's not the majorly difference. See, this warehouse bin management, placement strategies, removal strategies, pick logic. These are all topics C. Like concepts wise, both are same. There will be a difference in the configuration wise, but concepts wise I want to explain you. Concepts wise, there is no difference between pick logic, replenishment, RF technology, storage unit management, HU management. But we're coming to ad management. See, this ad management is nothing but ad management is a tool where we are going to observe the movements of the vehicles and about the parking space and about the door. WM is not compatible with the ad management tool, but when coming to EWM, it's fully compatible with ad management. They came up with new concepts like check arrival point, check departure point, where is the vehicle located, how many vehicles are there in waiting and outside, to which door we need to assign which vehicle, one vehicle, what is the capacity of the vehicle, how many we can transport. So these are all things they covered in the SAP EWM module. And one more topic is enhanced configurable RF technology. See, while coming to WM is not compatible with the RF functionality. Hope you know what is RF functionality. RF functionality is nothing but it is a mobile device functionality. So, see, in the real warehouse picture, the warehouse guy won't carry his system always while doing the picking and packing process. He will carry one mobile device to do the picking and packing and to the process. So this mobile device is going to call as a RF technology. So this RF technology is not compatible with WM module. But coming to EWM module, they are providing a standard functionality and standard configuration to do this RF functionality easily in the EWM module. So there itself we can do the picking, packing, replenishment, internal process, transport management, deconsolidation. There are so many topics lined up within this RF technology with the standard system. So in our classes going forward, we can discuss on all those things. Okay, and task and resource management. As I told you, in WM we have one concept called transport orders, transport request, these concepts. But they waived up those concepts and they came up with a new concept called warehouse task, warehouse request, warehouse order confirmation, all these things. Concepts wise both are same, but technical wise there are too much of differences there. Why? Because basically WM transfer order won't contain that much of information of the basic movement. But coming to EWM, the warehouse task and warehouse order is going to provide a vast information. What is the product, what is the batch number, how much quantity, from where we are picking to where we need to pick out, how much time it will take, which resource is handling that one, at what time we are handling. Like this much of information is going to contain. Okay. And in the same way, warehouse order also. And coming to EGR, expected goods receipt. See, basically, what is the expected goods receipt? I want to tell you one business example for this. For example, our company is a manufacturing company and we are buying the raw materials from the respective vendor. Suppose we ordered two materials to the respective vendor, material A on January month and material B on February month. So, but from the vendor side, both the materials available at the same time, and he has some own space in the own truck. So, vendor decided to send both the materials at the same time to our warehouse to cover his transportation charge. So, we are expecting only material A in January month, but due to his some constraints of the vendor, he sent the material B also to us. so which is unexpected to us. So at that time, for the material B, we can do the easier process, means expected goods received. Basically, in real time, no company using this easier concept, but we can, to enhance our knowledge things, we can cover this easier concept also. Okay, and coming to this value added services. What is value added services, and what is the main use of the value added services? And I think this value added service concept is not there in EWM module. It's a new concept which is got introduced in the EWM module. Okay, hope you guys are following me. Yeah, see, in the value added services, we can differentiate n number of services are there. Under value added services, we can see pre-packing, post-packing, and repacking, deconsolidation, kitting, kit to order, kit to stock, reverse kitting, oiling, and ad management. There are so many concepts lied up within the value added services. I want to tell you one example over here. What is the use of this value added services? See, think our company is the manufacturing company where we are daily used to purchase the bearings. Hope you know what is the bearing. Where we will use in the vehicles, we will use all these bearings, right? So our company used to purchase the bearings from the respective vendor. So when at the time of purchasing, we are receiving the bearing without any grease. But as per our company norms, as per our warehouse supervised instructions, while storing the bearing in our warehouse, we need to apply the grease, some grease to the bearing, and we need to pack it out initially in one polythene cover, then we need to pack it in one cartoon box. So basically, WM module is not compatible to provide all this information to the picker. It will tell to the picker, just do the goods receipt and put away. That's it. But coming to this value-added services is going to provide information to the picker. While receiving this item from the respective vendor, we need to apply grease to this bearing, and we need to do the packing with plastic first, then we need to do the packing with the carton second. So these type of information this value-added service is going to provide to us. This is one example in the value-added services. And one more thing, second example I want to tell you about the kitting process. See, think about our company is a sport manufacturing company, like cricket kits manufacturing company. So once the manufacturing is done, we got the goods into our warehouse, means into our warehouse premises. So as per our warehouse instructions, while storing the goods, means while storing the cricket kits into our warehouse, we need to store as a kit, not an individual box. Means what I want to tell you, so I'll show you here. See, our company produced bats 100, balls 100, helmets 100, pads 100. So here we got all these things into our GR zone. GR zone is nothing but entrance of the warehouse. So after receiving these items into our GR zone, as per our warehouse instructions, we are not supposed to store like this. This is one box, this is one box, this is one box, this is one box, this is one box. We received into 4 boxes. But our warehouse supervisor is not, means our company norms is we need to store as a kit, not like individual packaging. So here this value added service is going to provide the information to the picker, and it is going to guide to the picker. We need to store one bat, one ball, one helmet, one pad as a kit. See, means we are going to pack all these 4 items into one box, and we are going to store as a kit in the respective put away bin. Yeah. See, this is one type of value added services. In this way, this value added services is going to cover n number of things like kitting, kit to stock, kit to order, reverse kitting, wash oiling, wash packing, repacking, deconsolidation, work center concept, all these things. I want to tell you what is a deconsolidation. See, deconsolidation is a concept is a new concept into EWM. This concept is not available in the WM module. For example, as I told you, see, I think our company is a music company. Means our company is an electronic company. We used to buy items from the respective vendors like Sony, Samsung, all these things. So at the time of purchasing, we ordered for mobile phones and chargers, memory cards, pouches, and some memory cards. Okay. So we ordered all these 4 items to the respective vendor. So as per their packing instructions, means suppose we ordered to Sony. So as per Sony packaging instructions, what they have done, they packed all these 4 items into one single box. One single box. So at the time of receiving a GR zone, we are receiving as a one box. So how the picker will come to me? This box contains these many items. Basically, by seeing the illustration of the copy of PO, he will come to know. But basically, it's not a right way to the picker to evaluate this box contains these many things. So here, EWM is going to come up with a new concept called deconsolidation, which is going to help to the picker. This is going to provide information to the picker. This box contains these many items. So while doing the goods receipt process, from the GR zone, we need to move that box to decon zone, where we will do the deconsolidation. Deconsolidation is nothing but doing the individual packing of the items. Means mobiles into one box and chargers into one box and memory cards into one box and pouches into another box. So here we are doing the deconsolidation process and we are doing the repacking of the items into individual boxes and we are storing into the respective whichever bin. Okay. So this concept is going to call as a deconsolidation. This thing also we are going to cover as part of value added services. So in this way we can see n number of value added services within the EWM module. And what is opportunity cross-docking? Hope you aware what is the cross-docking. See, cross-docking functionality is a functionality which is going to help to the warehouse to reduce the n number of activities, means n number of movements within the warehouse, and to increase the space of the warehouse. How it is going to help, I will tell you now. See, I want to give you an example. This is our warehouse. Yeah, okay. Within the warehouse, we got some 10 sales orders for quantity of 20. For quantity of 20 for material A. For material A. Okay. As of now, in our warehouse, the stock levels are 0. Material A stock levels is 0 quantity. So what we need to do, as per our warehouse process, we need to order these items to the respective vendor. Once we receive the items, then we need to issue to the respective customers. So at the time of process, we raised a PO with 100 quantity for material A to vendor 1. So after raising PO, once we receive the goods to our warehouse. So what we will do, we are going to do the goods receipt process for this GPO. Means we will do the MIGO process. Basically in WM we will do MIGO process, but coming to EWM, the process was something different. But for your understanding purpose, I want to tell you, once the goods receipt we will do in the MIGO process, means we are going to receive the items 100 quantity at GR zone. See, we received the stock at the GR zone itself. We are not yet placed into our warehouse. So in the GR zone, the system is going to observe, is there any open sales orders with respect to this material in the warehouse? If there are any open sales orders, then the system is going to split this quantity into two types. How much quantity are there for open sales orders? 20 quantity is there. So the system is going to split the quantity into 20 and 80. Okay, we split the quantity like 20 and 80, and it's going to move this 20 quantity directly to the GI zone. Means to reduce the space, to make the space available in the warehouse, it won't use any space. We won't store any items in the warehouse zone. We will move the stock directly from GR zone to GI zone. After the move to GI zone, from the GI zone we will issue to the respective customers for this 20 quantity. And for this 80 quantity, there are no open sales orders. So what the system will do, the system will create a warehouse task to do the put-away process within the warehouse. Means we are going to store this 80 quantity into our warehouse. Hope you got my point. Otherwise, let me repeat once again. Within the warehouse, do we have any open sales orders for 20 quantity for material A? Okay, we raised a PO for the material A with 100 quantity for vendor 1. So at that time of goods receipt, the system is going to observe, is there any open sales orders with respect to that material within our warehouse? If there are open sales orders, then the system is going to split the quantity into two levels with respect to the open quantity and available quantity. Like open quantity is 20, so it's split into the quantity of 20 and 80. And it's moved this 20 quantity directly to the GI zone. From the GI zone, we issue them to the respective customer. And this remaining 80 quantity is going to move to the warehouse to do the put-away process. Hope this is clear for you. Okay, this is cross-docking. In the cross-docking also we have there are some different topics out there, like transportation cross-docking, opportunity cross-docking, push deployment, all there. See, going forward in our classes, we can discuss about all these topics a bit deeply. For the timing, as a demo section, I want to give you some overview on all these things. So, dynamic cycle counting. What is cycle counting and what is the dynamic cycle counting? See, basically in our general WM, we can see the inventory management concepts, means physical inventory concepts. But coming to EWM, they expanded the levels of the inventory management concept with so many things. Like physical inventory concept, they expanded to bin level, product level, cycle counting level, ad hoc physical inventory, and cycle counting. Means with respect to our requirement, with respect to our space constraints, with respect to our warehouse instructions, we can do our required physical inventory within the warehouse. Hope you know what is the physical inventory. Physical inventory is nothing but to calculate the quantity levels of the warehouse and to figure out the accuracy and to figure out the basic structure of the product. So these are all things to evaluate. They come up with a concept called cycle counting. It is same as like a physical inventory concept only. There is no concept-wise, there is no difference, but process-wise we can differentiate so much. Like product-specific physical counting, cycle counting, bin counting. There are so many out there. Okay. And unloading and loading transportation units. See, this unloading and loading transportation is nothing but ad management concept. Basically, WM don't have this transportation management concept. See, this transportation management concept is very closely integrated with transportation management unit, TM module, transportation management. Hope you ever this TM module. Basically, in 2005 itself, they came up with the new two modules called EWM module and TM module. EWM module is going to cover the requirements within and without and outside of the warehouse. But coming to TM module, it's going to cover the total transportation topics of the warehouse. Means to which customer we need to, suppose for X customer we need to sell the item. To which mode we need to do? Through airport, through truck, through ship, or through what? And where is the item located exactly? We can track that very easily. See, for example, we used to place order in the Flipkart, right? Once we place the order in the Flipkart, we will receive a message like, okay, your order is placed today. After some time, we will message your order got dispatched with so and so courier number to this respective address. Your order is going to receive within 5 days, within 5 working days, like this. So these type of concepts is going to cover under transportation management module. So what we are going to cover in this EWM module? See, in this EWM module, we are going to cover some topics called unloading and loading transportation units, like whether the truck received, whether the truck has entered into our warehouse premises or not, the truck is arrived, the door is empty or not, the door is empty, when we can do the unloading in the door 1 or we need to do the unloading in the door 2. After the unloading is done, we need to do the goods receipt process. In the same way for outbound, is there any truck available, is there any open doors are there, is there any open things that trucks are there to the goods issue process. So these are all topics we can cover as part of this unloading and loading of transportation units. Okay, and coming to deconsolidation, hope this topic I'm already covered this just now. Okay, and coming to slotting and rearrangement. What is this slotting and rearrangement? What is the use of this slotting and rearrangement? See, this slotting and rearrangement concept is very easy, simple concept. Let me explain you. Let me give you one example for this. See, think our company is a FMCG company, means fast moving consumer goods, where we are going to sell umbrellas and ice cream. Okay, so think this box is our warehouse, and this is GR zone, and this GI zone, and think this is our market. So within the market, this is our warehouse, and this is the warehouse, and this is the GI zone, and this is the GI zone, and we are selling umbrellas and ice creams. Think we are in summer season. Summer season, what we are going to sell more? Basically ice creams. So, but in the summer season, now is the summer season, and we are selling ice creams to the respective customers. So, to the picker, we need to issue the goods from the GI zone. So, what we need to do as per our to pick the easy process, we need to store the ice creams near to the GI zone. Means it will reduce the walking space from the picking zone to GI zone. So we store the items in the near to the GI zone. So let me tell you in some other way. Let me continue with this example only. Yeah, we are storing ice creams near to the GI zone to reduce the walk space from the GI zone to picking zone. So means it's going to help the picker to give the item very easily to the respective customers. Now the summer season is over, winter season is here. In winter we are going to sell umbrellas more, not ice cream. But umbrellas are very far from the GI zone. Means if the picker want to pick the umbrella from this zone, he need to walk nearly too much of time to pick the item from the pick zone, which is very far from the GI zone. So to reduce the time values, what the supervisor advised, we need to store ice cream umbrellas very near to GI zone. So means we need to store the umbrellas very near to GI zone. Means this slotting and concept is going to help, is going to provide the information based on our business values. We can decide what is the optimized bin to store the respective items. Means it's going to provide information to the picker. Basically, suppose this is the season for summers and ice creams. Means the slotting and rearrangement is going to provide information to the picker. Ice creams are very going to sell more in this season, so we need to store those ice creams near to GI zone. Means which is going to reduce the time values of the time work levels of the worker. If it is summer zone or if it is winter zone, we are going to sell umbrellas more. Means we need to store umbrellas near to GI zone, which will reduce the work time levels of the picker. These type of information system is going to provide, and it will help to replace the items from different storage bin to different storage bins. See, the main motto of this sorting and rearrangement is to find the optimized bin of the product. Means, yeah, going forward by doing the exercise, it will be very easy to you to understand. Now we will be confused, but going forward it's very easy for you to understand. See, as part of this EWM, we are going to cover all these topics with the inbound goods ship process, put away optimization, ad management, quality inspection, sorting and rearrangement. In the outbound process, we are going to cover goods issue, wave management. Wave management is a concept where we will mingle all the items in single way, and we will do the single put away process and picking process. Wave management comes under only the outbound. So we will do, while doing the picking, we will combine all the warehouse tasks into one wave, and we will do the picking at a time for all the warehouse tasks to decrease the time levels of the movement. Cross-docking also we have covered, value-added services we are going to cover, packing, replenishment we are going to cover, and warehousing and storage, handling unit, RF, background, RFIDs, resource management, we are going to cover it out, and execution and planning, evaluation planning, we will cover warehouse monitor, task and alert monitor, delivery monitor, all these things we are going to cover. And the physical inventory, we are going to cover all these topics, periodic inventory, continuous inventory, and cycle counting. This is also going to represent the same, illustrate there won't be any much difference from the earlier picture to this picture. And basically this is the warehouse EWM template warehouse. Means basic, there is no difference in the template of the EWM WM warehouse. This is the general structure of the warehouse where we just want to evaluate, where we can see the GR staging areas, we can see the floor space, high racks, low racks, work centers, quality work centers, repacking work centers. See, basically in WM we won't see the concept called work center, but in EWM we can see the concept called work center, where we can perform the activities like packing, oiling, deconsolidation, kitting, reverse kitting. So to capture that moment, they come up with a concept called work center. That thing we can cover going forward in our classes. We can cover the topic in detail. And moreover, basically the data flow between the ECC and EWM. How the data is going to flow, how the master data is going to flow, how the transactional data is going to flow. Basically, the transactional data is going to flow from ERP to EWM through QRFs, queued RFPs and BATI. See, the transactional data between ERP and EWM will be both the sides. Means we are going to send the transaction information from ERP to SCM system and from SCM system to ERP system. But coming to master data flow is only one side. We are going to flow this master data through CIF module, core interface module, where we are going to use to transfer data from ERP to SCM system. But there won't be any reverse flow, like there won't be any master data flow from EWM to ECC system. Okay, it's just one side replica, not two side replica. See, as I told you, this is the basic goods zip process using routing of HQs. See, as I told you, movement type is going to provide, I think in the starting of the class I told you, movement type is going to, in the WM module, movement type is going to provide information of source and destination. It won't guide to the picker through which path you need to walk out. But coming to various process type is going to provide the source information like GR zone information and destination information to where you need to put away. Apart from these information, it will guide to the picker through which path you need to go. See, here we have two paths. One path is quality inspection, repack, deconsolidation, and to the put away, and another path is directly from GR zone to put away process. So here various process type going to provide the information which path you need to follow while doing the put away or picking process. This picture is going to show you the put away process in the next picture. This is going to provide the help to provide information of picking process. Same. Here also the same way we can apply the same logic. See, so I think I'm done with my inputs. As of now, there are so many customers are in the live using the EWM module. As of now, we can see there are some 50 sites are in the live, and so many 270 customers are in process of implementing EWM module of new versions.